But I am ready to vote on the settlement to pay Motor Road, which is what I understood the motion to be.
That's what the motion is up. Mr. Stokes?
Thank you, Mr. President. And, Mr. President, I heard a whole lot of hoopla that's completely away from the truth. But, I have a copy of the motion that I made that was done on February 19th, 2013. And it reads as follows. Supervisor Stokes requested a representative from Malachi Financial Products to discuss the need for a county comprehensive financial plan. A comprehensive financial plan. And then it further states, Mr. Day advised that a full comprehensive plan would include a look at the entire picture. The entire picture is we're spending millions of dollars on a parkway that will never be built. We giving millions, I ain't talking about thousands, millions of dollars for right of way over there at the Clinton Byron Parkway. We just spending money that the county could even spend on other things. We don't have summer job for the children. We don't have mosquito spraying. We don't have a planning department. We don't have any of that. And yet we keep spending millions. I'm not talking about thousands. I'm talking about millions. Every meeting, if you look at the end of the agenda, you go in the executive session on Byron Clinton Parkway where this man come in and approve more right of way and ain't nothing gonna be built. That's why we need a financial plan to let us know where we are. Why are we spending so much money on a Byron Clinton Parkway that is never going to be completed when we got other needs in this county? Yes, we need to hire somebody to get us out this mess. Because I ain't going to jail for nobody up here. Thank you.
Mr. President, may I make some corrections?
Mrs. Calhoun?
The funds that are being dispersed for the Byron Clinton Parkway are federal dollars that have been set aside for only one purpose, and that purpose is for the construction of the Byron Clinton Parkway, the Byron Clinton corridor. As a matter of fact, the funds that have been dispersed for the right-of-way are reimbursed back to the county from our state aid office. We can hire hundreds of youths in the city of Jackson, but none of those funds can go toward the payment of the jobs for any youth. So when the supervisor speaks of millions of dollars that have been spent, we can account for, as a matter of fact, the funds cannot be released even for the right-of-way until state aid proves the amount that is being paid for all settlements for the right-of-way. The funds, again, that are being spent are not from the Hinds County's coffers or the Hinds County, general funds. Those funds are federal dollars that, were appropriated to Hinds County back in 1991 or 1992. And those funds have been sitting in an account. As a matter of fact, when we go to Washington, and there was an attempt early on, all federal dollars that have not been spent for projects, the federal government is looking at rescinding those dollars, taking those dollars back, and appropriating those dollars toward projects, toward counties or cities or states that are willing to move a project, get the project off of the table. Now, we have managed to hold on to the over $30 million that have been appropriated to Hinds County by going to Washington each year saying, okay, to our congressional delegation. Now, our congressional delegation has even emphasized and stressed to us that if we don't spend the $30 million that have been set aside, that they are going to take the dollars back and give those dollars to counties that are willing to spend the money. You can't just receive money and not spend it. You have to spend it. So for Supervisor Stokes to say that Hines Countyans are spending millions of dollars on a project, that is not correct information. These are federal dollars that are being monitored by our Mississippi Transportation Department through the division of our state aid government.
Okay.
None of that money has been misappropriated. And as a matter of fact, out of the 30 million, 6 million has been spent on the section of I-55 to down through Sidewell Road. Another, I forgot exactly how much, how many millions of dollars of that 30 has been spent up near the Bolton area at the North Railroad Clinton interchange. So the funds are being spent properly.
Mr. Stokes?
Thank you, Mr. President. Now the people here can see why we need a financial advisor. Because what she's saying is absolutely nonsense. Have we not, and this is Ms. Woods who handles the money for the county, and I hate to put you in the middle of this. How much have we spent to date on the Clinton Parkway? Estimate. Estimate. Have we spent millions? Yes or no?
We have spent from our state aid.
We have spent millions. Have we paid hundreds of thousands for right of way? Yes or no?
Yes, we've spent monies on right away as well.
Hundreds of thousands for one property.
I'm not exactly.
That's what I'm saying. We need a financial advisor because we throwing all this money at something that's not going to be completed. Now they make it sound like, oh no, this is a good thing. How it's going to be a good thing when it's not going to be completed? The only way this can be completed if it's a bond issue that the citizens in Jackson got to vote on, and they say they're not voting in favor of it. That's money that can be used for other things. We have even reauthorized some bond money to go into the Clinton Parkway. It's absolutely nonsense. Thank you.
Mr. President, that money is being reimbursed back to the county's coffers. And we're talking about spending federal dollars. And these are dollars set aside specifically for the corridor, and the funds cannot be spent on anything else but the Byron Clinton corridor. The Mississippi Federal Highway Administration has allowed us to construct the corridor in segments. We are attempting to construct the first segment. Then later on, we will construct the second segment. And as we receive more funds, then we will start building the middle of it. But Supervisor Stokes, we can either spend the money here in Hines County or send the money back to Washington. At this juncture, that's where the money is going to go because we cannot spend federal funds for anything else. And Ms. Woods and our Public Works Director or anybody else, or our court attorney can tell you that those federal dollars cannot be spent on anything but the Byron Clinton corridor, and every penny that's being spent is monitored. The auditors that this board is trying to bring in cannot audit those funds. Those funds are being audited by the state. That's it.
My final statement is that we have spent millions. I'm going back to the same point. Millions for something that's not going to be completed. The federal government do not send you money in here to use for something that's not going to be completed. There's not a completed plan anywhere. We talk about pie in the sky. Oh, we're going to get money from over here. We're going to get money from over there. But you stay spending. Now, when that federal money is spent up and nothing built, somebody's going to be held liable. It ain't going to be Kenny Stokes. I vote no, and I say it publicly and openly, this is a cash cow for somebody's friend. Now, that's why I'm saying we need an investigation, because we got friends who got hidden issues in here, and some of these supervisors know who their friends are. Thank you.
Okay, what we're going to do is go ahead and vote on this particular issue. It is a claim. All